Good day, everyone. Today we will delve into the complex nature of bigotry and why many consider it not just a social issue but a psychological one. We will explore the mental frameworks within which bigotry operates, the challenges of reasoning with bigots, and how understanding these dimensions can pave the way for more effective approaches to combat prejudice. Defining bigotry. Bigotry is often defined as an unreasonable attachment to a particular set of beliefs, accompanied by a strong intolerance for people who hold different views. It manifests in various forms, including racism, xenophobia, homophobia, transphobia, and religious intolerance, leading to discrimination, hatred, and violence against those deemed as other. Bigotry as a mental construct. While bigotry is not classified as a mental illness in clinical terms, it can resemble psychological constructs that are deeply rooted in fear, ignorance, and cognitive biases. Understanding bigotry through this lens requires examining several key psychological concepts. Confirmation bias. Individuals with bigoted views often seek out, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. This skewed perception reinforces their prejudices and makes it difficult for them to accept contradictory evidence. In-group versus out-group dynamics. Psychology shows that humans have a tendency to favor their in-group, those they identify with, and to dehumanize the out-group, those they see as different. This creates barriers to empathy and understanding, leading to a polarized worldview that is resistant to change. Cognitive dissonance. When confronted with information that contradicts their bigoted views, individuals may experience cognitive dissonance, a psychological discomfort. To alleviate this discomfort, they often double down on their beliefs rather than reassess them, which makes reasoning with them particularly challenging. The role of emotions and identity. Bigotry is not merely an intellectual stance, it is often tied to emotions and identity. Individuals may internalize bigoted beliefs as part of their self-identity or the identity of their community. Challenging these beliefs threatens not just their worldview but their social identity, which can provoke defensive reactions. Fear and threat. Many forms of bigotry arise from a perception of threat, whether it's economic, cultural, or existential. This fear can lead to irrational hostility toward perceived outsiders and reinforce a defensive mentality that refuses to engage with differing views. Social reinforcement. Bigoted beliefs can be socially reinforced within communities, creating echo chambers where prejudices are validated rather than challenged. This social reinforcement can contribute to a sense of belonging, making it even more difficult for individuals to reconsider their views. Challenges in reasoning with bigots. Given the psychological underpinnings of bigotry, engaging in rational discourse can be challenging for several reasons. Emotional investment. Bigots often come to their beliefs through deeply held emotions, making logical arguments less effective. Emotions can cloud judgment and make individuals resistant to facts that would contradict their beliefs. Defensive mechanisms. When confronted with opposing viewpoints, bigots may resort to a range of defense mechanisms such as denial, projection, or rationalization, further complicating constructive dialogue. Lack of exposure. Many individuals hold bigoted views due to a lack of exposure to diverse perspectives. Without first-hand experiences that challenge their prejudices, they can remain ensconced in their narrow views. Pathways toward understanding and change. While it may seem daunting, there are ways to engage with individuals harboring bigoted beliefs. Compassionate engagement. Approaching bigotry with empathy rather than hostility can create an environment conducive to dialogue. Understanding the fears and motivations underpinning these beliefs can open doors to more productive conversations. Education and exposure. Increasing awareness and exposure to different cultures, identities, and perspectives can slowly dismantle stereotypes and reduce prejudices. Building bridges, encouraging interactions and relationships between different groups can humanize the other and challenge misconceptions that fuel bigotry. In closing, while bigotry may not be classified as a mental illness, its psychological foundations complicate efforts to address it. By understanding the cognitive and emotional underpinnings of bigotry, as well as the challenges inherent in reasoning with those who hold such beliefs, we can develop more effective strategies to foster understanding and promote inclusivity. The journey towards combating bigotry is undoubtedly challenging, but it begins with dialogue, empathy, and education. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you found it insightful, and I shall see you in the next video.